Bobby, test. Can you hear us?
Hey,
Bobby,
we're not even on the radio?
No, we're on the radio. We're on the radio, but nobody's running the Matrix anymore.
Check.
We may not be on the radio, honestly.
Are we just doing YouTube?
YouTube and Channel 3.
Check.
And Charter Channel 80. HCN.
Is that better, Mike?
Mike, can you hear us? Oh, got you. Yes. You still hate this?
It is what it is.
I do. Especially by the summertime.
Yeah.
Y'all on the radio too. Oh, I was like, hold on. Oh, Christ. But the thing is,
what'd you say, Scott?
Really. Good Tuesday evening, everyone, and welcome into the Sports Blitz, Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show, live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill, as we are each and every Tuesday evening from 6 to 7. Adam Blankenship and Scott Hardy here with you for the next hour or so, talking all things local sports. We have a very eventful and impactful show this evening. Adam and I will be discussing some of the local things that have taken place over the weekend, as well as the in-between of last week's show and today. But Blank, beautiful day outside. It was a little chilly earlier this morning. Saw you about 7:10 this morning, 7:15. I thought my boy's getting it in early. I like that. Headed to work, but beautiful day outside. So I hope everybody's had an opportunity to enjoy it. And if you're obviously looking for something great to eat, come by and check out JR Sports Bar and Grill, 256-329-2328. And you can get something delivered to you, or you can come into this great establishment. Some new and exciting things happening around here, and some developments that they're working on. So I'm excited for everyone in the community to see that and kind of an enhancement to the downtown area. But Adam, what's up, bud?
Not much, Scott. I'm used to seeing you with some wing plate or something. Trying to get a little.
Mine
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, I knew you wasn't eating before the show, so I was kind of.
D over at Furminers.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you got here real early.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for the heads up.
You were the one that told me.
I know, but nobody said anything back, so I didn't. I mean, I'm just gonna be the guy by myself. No.
I was.
You reply to 75 text messages a day, but you can't say anything on that one. That's good. But other than that, man, other than getting stood up, it's pretty good. Like you said, good Tuesday, a lot going on in the area. Interesting weekend we just had with the alumni game and everything going on. So I'm interested to hear about that because you were there as what, dude? Were you the master of ceremony?
I will say that was what it was, actually.
Yeah,
master of ceremonies. Man, I'm not going to
You've gotten real comfortable talking in front of large audiences with a microphone, haven't you? I think you've gotten to the point where you don't even see the people there. You just kind of do it, right?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, with this helped definitely, doing radio and TV definitely helped. But if I'm in a large crowd, I black out. I'm not even like, I can't see anything.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Go. But Saturday, of all the sporting events that I've been a part of, or any interviews I've done, or anything like that, I think the event on Saturday was probably top 2 or 3 environments that I've been a part of. And for those who are not familiar with what we're speaking of, it was the Central Coosa versus Benjamin Russell alumni game. It's the first time this has ever happened. And before we go any further, I do have to compliment our boy, your classmate, good friend of ours, Demetrius Fuji-Felician, a frequent visitor of the show, but he put on an outstanding event. He, along with Coach Latricia Moon, the girls basketball coach, it was a fundraiser for a couple of organizations within Alexander City for some youth groups, as well as the basketball program at Benjamin Russell. They did a great job. And I've never seen the gym with that many people, and I've been to a lot of Benjamin Russell Coosa games, which is ultimately where you're going to see the largest crowd in the gym. There was close to between, I'd say, 800 to 1,000 people there. You had 150 to 200 people under each goal, had people sitting on laps, had people on the baselines. You had people sitting up in the coach's box, and they had to turn away multiple people. The gates didn't open, or the door didn't open until 2 o'clock. And at 1:34, I think is when I looked at the clock, for those that are from Alex City, the line was from the gym to Mr. Allen's classroom.
Wow.
And that was before it even opened. And
that's awesome.
It was a tremendous event. And the biggest thing that I want to take away from that is that a lot of times within certain portions of the community, there's this misconception that when large groups of people are together, an event like this takes place, that there's going to be some type of violence, or there's going to be some foolishness that takes place. Zero activity along those lines outside of the trash talk that was going on between the players.
Which happens.
Yeah, that's part of the game.
Which makes it fun.
Yes, it was outstanding to see that, and based off of, and especially with all the things that have been happening within our community from a violent standpoint, the shootings and the altercations that have been taking place. I want to commend everybody that was available to, or that everyone that made the opportunity to come out, and some nice things took place. And the highlight for me, obviously, you had T.O. in the house, Darius Thomas, just some former players, Scotty Vines. The key was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was a Central Coosa player. His real name escapes me, but his nickname is Mojo. And Quinn Reese, obviously, who was tragically killed and shot and killed a month and a half ago. Fuji gave Quinn's dad and Mojo's mom their jersey in a frame, and it was just really a nice event. Everybody came together. So the event itself was great, the atmosphere, but the game is what was the most appealing thing, because you had Scotty Vines, who was a multi-sport athlete here at Benjamin Russell, Timmy Lawson, Pokey Graham, T. Harris, Fuji, T.O., multiple players, Day, some other players for Coosa. So it was really fun, but I did not anticipate Benjamin Russell getting the W in both the girls and the boys game. The girls game actually was a little more competitive and more fun to watch than the boys. I was trying to keep you guys updated during the day, but man, I'm not gonna lie to you, this was no joke, some of the most fun I've had in a very long time.
Yeah, man, and that was an outstanding event, and I really wanted to go. My wife's in graduate school, and she has finals. So
you got
it
a
has
kid,
been,
you know.
yeah, and I got a child. So it has
Child,
been.
I didn't mean to say a kid. That's a good.
It's been an absolute same thing. Big child, I'm saying. They're all just as equally of a mess. You know what I mean? But this event for the community was huge, and like you said, Fuji has done a lot. A lot of people around the community know him because they see him at all the games. They see him all the baseball field, softball field, basketball games, whatever it may be. And he even subs and does stuff like that too. So he's always doing something with the youth in his community. And the thing too, as I need to mention, is like it's not just like he's over at Cooper Rec or he's with this segment, that segment. He's with all these kids. All of these kids in this community love him and look up to him. And I think that's the huge appeal for him. And I've told him, I think I told him years ago, I was like, man, I just want to tell you thank you for what you're doing for the community. You know what I mean? Like, because you do a lot, you really do. And a lot of stuff goes unnoticed, but he don't ask for the recognition and any of those kind of things. And I'm glad to call him a classmate of mine. And we've been friends growing up. If we played baseball and basketball together, growing up, that kind of stuff. So it's really cool to see the impact that he's making with the community and what he's doing. And then it's really cool to see guys like T.O. and Darius Thomas and Scotty Vines come back and do this do it for Alex Kidd, because there wasn't any kind of news teams or major media coverage and everything. So these dudes just came back to give back to their community, and that was really cool. Really great event. I hope it can pick up and be something every year, but even if it doesn't, it won't erase just how cool that was and how nice it was to have that go on. And like you said, everything went smooth and tons of people there. So I'm looking forward to see what happens later on, so they can do it again.
Yeah, and just going back to commend the community, I've been at games where, there may be 5 or 6 police officers for 500 people. Mm-hmm. There was zero. There was not one police. There was one, Corey Shaw, who's the coach for Coosa. He's the sheriff of Rockford. Then he had the coach, and LaGarry Maxwell came later on in the day. There was no police officer in sight, and to see nothing happen is a testament to the fact that, there can be successful events despite some of the altercations that have been taking place.
Like you said, that's what we need as a community more than anything. We need to do more stuff like that and let everybody get together. And I think the more you're around each other, the more you interact, because you get out of your bubble of friends or your crew that you hang out with, whatever else, that it's only going to benefit in the long run, and that's all the way around. I mean, there's nothing better than being out, and meeting new people, man. You see that everybody's just like you, they're just working and trying to get by too. You know what I mean? Which
goes back, I want to kind of piggyback what you said about Fuji, about not just being, at Cooper Rec or wherever. Like he subs, he works at Jacob Slatter. He's always around. When I worked at United Way, last summer he was very influential in with Jacob's Ladder, getting the kids over during the summer and helping them. So it doesn't matter black, white, green, blue, or purple. His shirts say Fuji loves the kids, and they love him back. And
I
so
really do. It's obvious. I mean, I think every time you see a kid come by, they know him. You know what I mean? And they come up to him, and I've seen him coach teams at Cooper and do tournament teams and everything else like that, man. And a lot of these kids look up to him as a father. You know what I mean? Like, and that's all the way around with everybody. I mean, everybody loves Fuji, and that's awesome to show that he cares and he dedicates that much time. It's hard to cut you off.
No. I mean, you can't say enough about him. And the one thing before we kind of wrap things up for this first segment is in my new role with the city council, I hear and see different opinions of what should be done or how you could be more active in your community, or you should be doing this, be doing that. I respect people who have action, and Fuji doesn't do a lot of talking. He does talk, but not in those terms. Like
you didn't play basketball against him, then.
He's a good trash talker, but in terms of just getting things done, like he's not out here on Facebook every day saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or you need to be doing this, doing that, or going to the paper. It's a difference in just how you're implementing your action. So people follow action, not words. And so I just want to commend Fuji again on the outstanding things he's been doing, and then to put on that event with that many people with very limited help. And so the thing is, it wasn't thrown together by any means, but I think the anticipation level or the expectation level of what they were going to have in terms of attendance totally exceeded their thoughts. They didn't know how much help to have. So going forward, this can be something I think that you can have on an annual basis. And even if it doesn't, this was something that has been in the making. Yeah, I mean, like no matter what happens from here on out. And that's why I was so glad, because I almost didn't make it. I was, I hate to say this. It was a long Friday night. Then we had radio show 10 to 12. Then I wanted to go on the lake. And I was like, I may not. And I was like, I'm going to regret not going because I know how special this is going to be. And so to kind of steal from the Migos, it was for the culture. So
there you go.
Anyway, we just want to commend everyone. And again, an outstanding event on Saturday. But we do have a great show for you guys tonight. We have two new signees for the collegiate level to go play baseball, two seniors here from the Benjamin Russell Wildcats. We'll have Connor Brooks, who signed today to play with Central Alabama Community College to go play baseball, as well as Austin Elliott, who will travel to Pearl River, Mississippi to continue his baseball career as well. But we're just getting things started here on the Lake Morning Sports Roundup Show. Adam and Scott giving you all of your local sports action for the next 45 minutes or so. When we return, we'll have Connor Brooks up here to discuss a little bit about his signing today and what he expects on the next level. More of the Lake Morning Sports Roundup Show right after this.
Benton Russell baseball team senior, graduated this year. Really had a strong career here at Benton Russell, and we just want to commend him and congratulate him for getting that scholarship and getting a chance to continue playing. So let's talk a little bit about Chelsea first, man. Explain to me.
Test 1, test 2, test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Buddy, test. Test, 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 test. Wait, it just cut on? Just. All right. I'm going to go and get it down. Hold on.
It's like Gene Chili.
All right. Dang, man, I got the one. Hold on. I got the damn dick. Test, test, test. senior season was like and what it was like to be a Wildcat in general.
Overall, it was great, man. It was really great. It was just, I started off, I had Tommy John surgery in December, late part of December, so it was hard to get back. But I had a lot of rehab and a lot of, time just to try to get stronger and prepare myself to ultimately make a comeback, which I did later part of the season. And I like to think that I contributed, pretty well, mostly offensively, and then later a little bit on the mound for our team. But yeah, it's like I said, it was just, it was great. And when I wasn't even playing, it was just great seeing my teammates succeed and them play and the success they have. So it was pretty fun.
I do want to ask you that for I've had 2 shoulder surgeries myself, so I understand what that rehab and the comeback is like. But being on the sidelines, especially for somebody or been in the dugout and somebody who was a major contributor the previous year, what was it like to have to watch the early part of the season, especially being your senior season?
Well, it wasn't something I was accustomed to it a little bit, being that I tore my MCL my sophomore year and eventually missed that whole season. So, playing my junior season and, like you said, contributing a lot, it had me really excited for my senior season. And then to have that injury, like I did, it was hard, but it motivated me. And, I knew I had my college, secured and solidified. So that made me, want to get back as soon as I possibly could to help my, Ben Russell teammates out and see what we could do. And that's what I did.
Yeah, and obviously the Wildcat program is on great foundation now, back-to-back playoff runs. And the thing that I noticed, too, is that really this group, this senior class in general, was really part of the group from a baseball perspective that got things back on the track that it needed to be on. Because early on in maybe your 8th, 9th grade year, being affiliated with the program, Wildcats really weren't playoff bound. They had some great talent, but weren't necessarily the team from a overall team. Had some great individual players, but never really could get over the hump. And to kind of be a part of that transition of getting the Wildcat program back to what everyone's accustomed to, also being a part of Coach Brooks's 600th win and being there for the naming of the field. You've been a part of a lot here at Benja Russell. So can you just talk a little bit again what it's been like to be a Wildcat and ultimately what you'll take with you as you move on to Mississippi to go play at Pearl River?
Well, if I could sum it up all in one word, it'd be blessed. Simply because Connor can vouch for me on this. He experienced it a little more than I did because he played varsity a little freshman year, a little more sophomore year along with some other guys in my class. But entering high school, we just Ben Russell. This is not the baseball powerhouse that I like to think that we got it to today. So I definitely feel like that we deserve a little bit of credit. But ultimately, it's Coach Brooks, man. He really has a program, and we bought into it. It was hard at times, but he established a good work foundation, like the work system, support system, all of that. And I'll definitely use a lot of his methods, if not all of them, that he taught me to going to college. It's little things, it's big things, and this is things that you don't really realize until you mature a little bit, and you grow up that he really did care about you a lot. And, he just wanted you to succeed. So
yeah, I can attest to that. My appreciation for Coach Brooks definitely was enhanced as I got older, not necessarily during those high school years of running those triangles and gassers during second block. But again, we're here with Austin Elliott, senior Wildcat baseball player, moving on to further his baseball career at Pearl River, and that's where we'll take the interview now. Can you discuss what it was like from a recruiting standpoint of being recruited to play baseball on the next level, and then ultimately what was the deciding factor in you choosing Pearl River?
Well, it was probably one of the best times of my life. I took last school season, and it hit me hard because I played a lot and I contributed a lot. So I had to ask myself at the very last game, do I want to continue to play football or not? And I just told myself I see myself playing baseball at the next level, along with some guidance in that. So I eventually quit football to pursue a further career in baseball. And after doing that, I played with a team out of Auburn called Academy Raiders, and that got some looks. That's where I got offered by Pearl River, and then a couple other events. Troy top 100 elite, Team Alabama and Troy, and then just got seen, got to throw in front of some scouts, recruiters, and made a little bit of noise. But ultimately, Pearl River was the place I wanted to go, and it was just a place where I felt at home, and I felt like it could get me to where I wanted to go, take the next step in life. So
Yeah, and we kind of were joking a little bit before the interview was that I really haven't had the opportunity to see you pitch, honestly, but I've seen you stroke it a little bit. So going to the next level, will you be pitching or will you be in the field, or what's the plan for you there?
Going into it, I will be a pitcher, and then they call it a dual. So I'll be pitching and playing the field, but so it's hard to take that bat out of your hands, man. You want to pitch throwing 90s, and you want to take care of your arms as much as you can, but it's hard to take the bat out of your hands. You've been doing all your life, and you succeeded at it. But yeah, going into it right now, I'll be playing both. I'll be pitching and playing some field batting.
Well, and I want to ask you this too. Growing up, usually there's an assortment of players or a certain team that you follow. Was there anybody that, from a pitching standpoint, that, or even from a position player standpoint in the box, that you kind of tried to mimic your game after, or do you have a favorite player that you like to follow now?
Obviously there's Alex Rodriguez and the Derek Jeters and all of them, and growing up, a local person that I like to watch and like to follow, like to think that I'm following his footsteps. It's a couple. It's Kendall Grayman, pitching in the big leagues now, and matter of fact, he graduated last year. Played with him last year a good little bit, playing at Jack State now. Corley Woods, he was a big part, and just motivating me and all that, and just they were all great leaders. They all came through just like I did, so that was pretty special. And looking up to them, it was pretty fun playing with too.
I got you. So again, we're here with Austin Elliott as we get ready to wrap things up here. I just want to say, from just a personal standpoint, I've had the opportunity to get to know you a little bit more on the just outside of the baseball side of things, from a student athlete side, and really have gotten to talk to you a little bit about what you want to do outside of baseball. If for some reason that doesn't work out, I've seen your work ethic, so I know. And you talk about somebody like Kendall, so when the talent is there plus the work ethic, usually there is some success that follows there. But if not on the baseball end, you've talked about possibly wanting to go into the communications field, potentially being on the broadcasting end. What is it about that you like, or is it just sports in general? This opportunity to be able to talk about sports.
Well, Scott, it's like you probably know by now. I love to talk, period, and you get to talk about sports, the bonus. But yeah, man, I look up to y'all too. The way y'all do this, the radio and Sports Blitz and all that. It's it's kind of a minor scale for a much bigger platform. But yeah, that's definitely something I wouldn't mind doing in the future. Is covering sports on the radio, TV. So I think I'll probably go, and like I said earlier, we were talking, I think I'll probably major in communications, which is like we said, broad. So anything dealing with that is something I'll be interested in. Just getting out there and being able to pretty much talk. So
I got you. Well, man, look, I'm glad we finally got the interview. Glad we finally had an opportunity to link up and discuss what one of our favorite things to do, and that's sports and baseball in general. So congratulations on the honor. I know you're going to make Alex City and the Wildcat family proud, and I would look forward to catching up with you. But enjoy the rest of your senior year and summer, and we'll catch up with you in the fall.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. That was Austin Elliott, the newest signee for Pearl River Community College in Mississippi. We'll go ahead and take another break, and when we return, we will try to replicate the interview that we had previously with Adam and Connor. We had a little technical difficulty there, so we'll try to bring up Adam and Connor again to get the interview redone. So, again, more of the Late Morning Sports Roundup show right after this.
Welcome back into Late Morning Sports Roundup. I'm your host, Adam Blankenship, joined now by Mr. Connor Brooks. You heard Scott last segment talk with Austin Elliott about signing at Pearl River Community College. We also have another one on the Benj Russell baseball team that's going to play college ball next year, and that's Connor. Connor, how you doing today, man? We appreciate you coming on with us.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming in. I know it's been kind of busy for you. The high school season kind of wrapped up this past weekend. And now you're kind of getting ready for graduation and all those kind of things. Does it kind of feel weird to be graduating high school?
Yeah, it does. It's been so long. I've been in high school for 4 years, so it feels weird to finally be done. You know?
To be honest with you, I didn't tell you this last time we talked, but I remember when you were young, dude. Like you were little bitty. Like whenever we were coming up, I graduated 2005, playing, and you and Caleb and all of them were always in the dugout or wherever else. And it's just crazy how much bigger you are than me now, which kind of sad for me, to be honest with you. It looks like you're the older one and I'm the younger one. But you're wrapping up your last year in high school. You had a chance to play. We talked earlier a little bit. I had a chance to play for your dad, which has to be one of very exciting things to do. What are some of the things that you're going to miss about that?
I mean, playing for my dad is going to be one that I'm really going to miss because, I've learned from him since I was a little kid. That's who I learned the game of baseball from. Been doing it for 18 years, and it's definitely going to be weird not, learning from him anymore. And, finally hearing a new voice. But, I'm also just going to miss my teammates, always being there for me. And, I played with those guys for a long time too. So I'm going to miss them. I made a lot of memories with them, and, but I'm very excited to move to the next step.
Did you come in seventh grade? Is that right?
Yes, correct.
So you played 6 years in the system and everything. What does it seem like that just flew by?
Yes, it does. I mean, looking back at it now, it's just it went by really, really fast. And but I learned kind of Saturday. It really goes by quick. I mean, on the bus ride home, it was depressing, but I also thought a lot of good things, a lot of good memories on the bus ride home. So.
Yeah, definitely, and that is one of the sadder moments is when you realize, like, well, that's it. Yep. That's all we've got. What are some of the things that you kind of reflect on that happened over your career that that's kind of stuck with you or leaves, I guess, gives you that lasting memory? What are some things that may have happened?
Well, just my dad looking at me my ninth grade year and telling me that he's got to have me be a player, and that kind of stuck with me because even this year. Coming in, I had to be a leader. I had to be a good player in order for us to have success. And, kind of him just telling me straight up, I need you to be a player for us. And that really stuck with me a lot because, somebody's dependent on you. You want to be the best, player that you can be. And, that's what I strive to be this year is the best player that I could possibly be.
I bet so. Did your dad actually have, like, growing up, did he have like triangles set up around the house or anything that you could run when you got in trouble or anything?
No, it wasn't like that.
And anybody who knows, I'm joking because anybody who knows and has played through our system, they know what a triangle is.
Yes.
But and we talked about earlier is he's one of the best coaches around, and it's really special to have the opportunity to play for him, and I know it has to be really special for you to have the opportunity to play for him. Going home with him every day and talking about it and having him to coach you because you probably got so much more coaching than what he gave us and then those 4.5 hours a day. So, but moving on from high school, we're not going to get into what happened this past weekend as far as the Chelsea series and come up short in the end. You had a really great season though. Your team had a really great season. So, congratulations for that. But let's talk a bit more about what you got coming up. Graduation coming up into this month, right? And then, are you good and ready for summer ball? Are you doing any kind of summer ball or anything?
I'm not going to play summer ball. I'm really going to hit the weights hard, trying to get in the best shape of my life because this is I got one opportunity and it's a small window and I've got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, man, and that's an outstanding way to think about it because you saw this past weekend that it can end just like that. So these next 2 years at CAC will be a lot of fun for you. We're fortunate here in Alex City to have a program like CAC just because of their history too. They won a national championship. A lot of great players that come through there. What was it that kind of drew you to CAC? Was it did you just had set in your mind that you wanted to play there, or is it something kind of late? What was it that made you decide to play for the Trojans?
Well, they were my first offer, and I've always kind of looked at CAC. It's been right across the road, and I've always seen it as that's an opportunity because it's just college baseball, and I've always dreamed as a kid of playing college baseball, getting to the next level. And so, kind of just seeing Coach Thomas, hearing him talk about baseball, it really, related to me because, I wanted a baseball mind and somebody that really knew the game in order for me to, develop as the best that I can. And I think that CAC's the best place for me to go right now in order to reach my full potential.
Definitely. We had the opportunity to meet with Coach Thomas earlier on this season. He came on and talked with us. Great baseball mind, just to hear the way he talks about his program, how he likes to run his program. Kind of got me excited, for the road that CAC's going to head down with him. He has some major league, minor league ball experience too, so he's been everywhere and seen it. He knows the ropes. So I think what you'll learn there will be priceless. Talk to me a little bit about the recruiting process. Did you enjoy your recruiting? Did you check some other places out, or were you kind of just dead set like, all right, I want to play at CAC. I like it there.
CAC was my first offer, and about that time, I kind of decided, if I'm going to go to junior college, I'm going to CAC. So and I really liked the feel of it. I was really comfortable with, in Alex City. I played here for 6 years, and I'm going to have a lot of resources because, right across the road is the high school that I have access to, a weight room, and the Sportz that I have access to, to baseball, utilities, and, such as bats and training balls and things like that. So I have a lot of resources in order for me to develop to be the best player that I can. So I think that it was the best choice is to go to CAC, and I made that decision as for the best choice for me.
And I believe in baseball. Baseball is so different than any other sport when it comes to college ball and everything. I think going that 2-year route and going the JUCO route right off the bat is the best thing anybody can do. Gets you in there because in college baseball, you see a ton of talent in junior college ball. In junior college ball. And you may even see some of the best talent in JUCO before you would have seen some 4 years. You know what I mean? So I think that's a huge stepping stone, and I think it's a great way to get in there because basically you get 2 years or maybe 3 years in there, and you can start your recruit process all over again and kind of really dig in for your last junior and senior year. But I've always thought going the JUCO route is the best thing to do as far as comes to college ball. But what are some of the things you're looking forward to about college in general, man? I mean, you're not going to have this same Monday through Friday schedule where you get up that morning and go all day. Are you looking forward to having a different class schedule and having some freedom?
Yeah, finally, it's just going to be different, and I'm kind of looking forward, to some different things, and I'm going to be living on my own. So I'm just really excited, to take that next step and, not only to play baseball, but go to college, be on my own, make my own decisions. And, while I'm also scared, I'm also very excited and, kind of nervous too, but I think it's going to be really good for me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, good luck with that transition because I remember going and doing that myself, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself, work hard, keep your grades up, and everything's going to be good, man. But congratulations from us here at Sports Blitz with signing with CAG. We look forward to watching you play. We look forward to following you. And like I said earlier, come by and drop in. Just sit down and talk. Come in here with us and we'll talk a segment or whatever. It don't have to be about baseball. You know, if you don't want to talk about baseball, come in. We'll talk about the Bears, like we talked about earlier, or we'll talk about NBA playoffs. But just keep us up to date on what's going on with you and how your season and stuff's going on.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Congratulations. We appreciate you coming in, and we'll look forward to following you and following your success in the next level.
All right. Thank you all very much.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with you here. More Lake Martin Sports Roundup right after this.